R&B Trap versus Detroit type beats. Why are they so famous right now? Why are they so popular? What are their similarities and what are their differences? We're gonna be talking about that today in this video. Okay, let's go. What's up, you guys? This is your boy Dillian Mode again here with another video. Before we start this video, just want to say thanks and remember to like and subscribe if you like this video and you like my channel and you want to learn more Studio One stuff and music production stuff. So let's get into the video. All right, so right now I've seen a lot of demand for R&B trap type beats and Detroit type beats, but also I just wanted to talk about kind of the similarities and the differences that these two genres have, so that you as a music producer or a beat maker, so you get different ideas and you're not be lost when you have a session and they're like asking, hey, can we do this some Detroit or can we do some R&B trap, right? So out of the bat, we're gonna start talking more about what are R&B trap type beats. Now, these type beats are chill, man. Like, just think about late night drive and you put on your radio and you look for a playlist in Spotify or YouTube and you just want some chill vibes for a nice night drive. I think R&B trap is a great genre for this. It says that these type of beats are smooth atmospheric tracks that feel like late night vibes. So yeah, what are some of the things that define this genre when we talk about the instrumentation and the drums and the overall mood? So it's all about the emotion and the mood. You know, maybe you want to talk about love, heartbreak, romance, even about life. So these are some of the topics that are really engraved in this type of genre. The instrumentation on these type of beats, you'll hear lush synth pads. It's all about the luscious synth pads, electric pianos, and sometimes you can hear kind of guitar licks going on, guitar plugs, you know, just like imagine R&B, but now the trap side of it comes from those tight 808 drums, you know, like gliding 808s, just syncopated hi-hats, all those different type of drum productions. So, you know, that's kind of what the base of R&B trap beats sound like. Like as I said, the overall mood is more nostalgic, introspective. You know, it tells a story, right? And you know, I'm gonna talk about some of the artists, not talk about them, but if you are looking for some references, you know, you can listen to artists like PARTYNEXTDOOR, or excuse me, Summer Walker is another great R&B trap artist, actually R&B artists that incorporate R&B trap type beats into their music. You know, Bryson also brought that genre to its popularity with most of his music, and even Drake has some R&B trap. All right, so I hope that this overall R&B trap beat explanation got to you guys and that you learn it. We're gonna dive in now to what are Detroit type beats. All right, now Detroit type beats they're gritty, you know, and they're raw and they're full of street energy. So that's why I think it's so popular now, because it tells the story of the hustle. You know, people that live in urban communities, they know what I'm saying right now, and they want to express you know, their life and the hardships that they've encountered, just because of where they live, or you know, the hustle of becoming successful. And that's most of what Detroit type beats, Detroit artists talk about in their music, you know, like stories about the street and the hustle. Just a little exclamation point on the hustle, you know. Um, this style is all about commanding your attention and hard-hitting production. Okay. So with that said, what are some of the key features with the instrumentation and the drums with this type of genre? Now, the melodies in Detroit type beats, they're really repetitive and they're raw. They mostly don't have any type of effects unless it's a little reverb or some delay just to give it more texture. So the effects on this type of beats, they contribute more to the textures of the actual melody, and it doesn't have to be so complex. It's just a repetitive piano melody that you can just layer on top of that. Okay, so the melodies, they're kind of hypnotic. They get you in this hypnotic trance state, but also they get you hyped and pumped up, like if you're in a rave or in a club. All right, and it makes sense because when you're talking about the streets and the hustle, I guess you have to have some sort of aggressiveness towards it because it gives it that seriousness, and it actually puts you in the place of the rapper and makes you understand in context what their music is about and what they're trying to say in their music. For the drums, most of it is unpredictable and offbeat, but they do have like kind of a signature thing where the kick goes bam bam bam, with also the hi-hat goes psst, psst, psst. I think that's very signature to the Detroit type beat kind of structure. They're heavy and sharp snares also, and the rhythm might be a little chaotic, but it gives it that unique bounce. And so for those of you who are wondering also, I am going to pull up two of my sessions, Detroit type beat and an R&B type beat, so that you guys can see how I produce these type beats to my style, so that you can get some inspiration, but you'll also see some of these characteristic, like the foundations of these type beats. What else? So the bass in Detroit type beats is kind of like a gritty bass, just following the kick. They're short and punchy and immediate. They drive the energy. All right. So we talked about Detroit type beats, their fundamentals, the basics. We talked about R&B trap type beats. I'm still missing talking about some of the artists that are bringing in more Detroit type sounds into the game. So out of the bat here in my notes, I can see T Grizzley, 42 Dugg, and G Herbo are only three of the artists that I was listening to these days, and you can feel it and hear it in their music, the grittiness and the hustle, the repetitiveness and the aggressiveness. Right. So here I wanted to show you guys this graph right here. This graph practically tells you the differences between the two genres. So we have them categorized in mood, tempo, drum style, bass, melodic elements, and effects, and you can see the differences with them. I'm just gonna leave this graph right here. You can just pause the video, take a screenshot of it, and have it for reference whenever you are creating. All right. Why do I think that these genres are so popular? They both reflect emotions and experiences of today's listeners. R&B Trap appeals to those looking for moodiness and introspection, while Detroit beats embody the hustle and the grind and raw energy of the streets. And they are big genres in the Instagram and TikTok world, where you can make infinite content with them. So now, guys, I'm going to pull up two of my sessions here. The first session I'm pulling up right now, I'm hoping that you're seeing this. Yeah, this first session that I am pulling up is the Detroit type beat. I'm just gonna play it from the loudest part over here, because this is kind of like the base of the beat. It has some stuff, but let's play it from over here. Let's play the end, just to get all the elements that we're using. All right. So what is something? Let's talk about the foundations. Detroit type beat, repetitive melodies. So I got this melody going on right here. I'm gonna solo it. I'm just gonna play it for you. Listen this. Dark, kind of plucky bells, sounds creepy, but the importance is that it's repetitive and it's in minor keys, so it sounds suspenseful and kind of terrifying. But that is it, you know? It's just a 4-bar loop, minor key. This one is in F minor. And yeah, just repetitive. What did I do with that? And I added this counter melody of sorts. Now this counter melody sounds more trappish, but I thought it gave it a really nice layer. Listen to this. And now I'll play it with the other sound and listen. Okay. And the last sound that I used was this string from Heat Up. Is just one note going repetitive, the whole thing. Let me just play it alone because it has some effects. It sounds like like you're gonna stab somebody with a knife. It does have some effects. It has kickstart and portal to give it that grittiness and those effects. Okay, so if we're gonna talk about effects, what I just added to those strings, what I told you, the portal. For this one, just the counter melody, I added some stellar echo, which is an echo and some reverb. And for the main sound, I didn't even use anything. It's just raw how I played it from the VST, which is Anasynth, as we can see here. The desk bell preset. If you guys are wondering what the other layers are, I took that same sound from Anasynth and just put a halftime on it, and it sounds like this. Sounds like a clock too, mysterious. And then I added these bells from Umbra. It's kind of, that's the other, that's another layer that I put it just so it sounds shiny. I have another pad layer here, just the same notes but with different sounds. And this one I use more as a bridge type thing, you know. And so those are kind of the melodies. I got also one shot here, but that's just production techniques that I use. I have a little vocal sample going on over here. I got that. That's a little ear candy. Sorry about that. And then we have this contact piano. Now this is also something that I hear in a lot of dark beats, not only Detroit but also like dark trap and stuff like that. And it's just let me take the effects out. It's just this. Sorry. That's it. Just one note on the piano. You can use Noir by Native Instruments. And look for the dark preset. It's perfect for this. I just added, like I said, more effects to make it grittier. Just a lot of distortion. Because I just didn't want to listen to the normal piano. I thought it was boring. And so we have that. And so now we're going to talk about the drums. So I'm going to play you the drums, only the drums, so you can get a feel of what the drums are doing here. Yeah. Yeah. So like we said, the 808s are just like gritty, hitting with the kick. Let me play the kick and the 808. This 808 is a little bit longer because that's my preference on sound, but you can make it shorter if you want. Then we got the clap on the third. Very simple, you know. I'm using sublab for the 808. This kick, I just found a kick sample and splice. We got the hi-hats. The hi-hats are, you know, but they have that little, I did this little arrangement right here, you can see. Now, all this is perspective, and all this is just me. This is the way that I did this type of beat, but there's no rules. You can do it however you want. Let me play you let's put the hi-hats in. That's it. Simple, repetitive, simple but bouncy. Then we got some open hats. I'm gonna show you guys the open hats. So as you can see, the first hats go with the kick and the 808, pss, 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 driving that energy, and then two other open hats just to give it that space. Like I said, this is not fundamental. This is just production techniques and preferences and creativity. Let's add that snare now. Right? And then I just added some stumps at the end of the loop after 8 bars. That's it. And that's it for the drums, really. Like, that's it. I got some effects going on just to make it a little bit more ear candy, give it a little bit more ear candy. And also wanted to show you this because this is a kind of, I think, fundamental part of Detroit type beats. You'll hear on most of these beats that there is like a quirky bass sound that is very quirky, I have to say, and gritty, and it just gives it that kind of raw vibe, you know. And in this instance, I'm just gonna show you. Let me just show you the bass that I'm talking about. You can hear the grittiness. And it's a raw sound that I found from a cymatics pack, and I'm just using it as kind of an intro before the beat drops over here. And it's just like a donk bass. So if you want to try to do this, find a donk bass. But I think that you should add these basses to your Detroit type beats productions. And I literally just added some delay to it to give it a little bounce, as if it were like a sequencer or something. That's my Detroit type beat. Let's move on to our R&B Trap type beat. All right, so this type beat, this R&B Trap type beat, very chill. The BPM is 99. I forgot to talk about the BPM of the Detroit type beat, but you have the graph. You still have the graph. You can see that Detroit type beats are much faster, and then R&B Trap type beats, since they're more chill, they're a little slower. So let's go up over here. So first thing is electric pianos, lush pads, guitars. In this beat, I did not use guitars. I used a sample that I got from another producer. And I just played around with some effects. Got some finisher micro here. I got the big hair preset. I got some EQ. and then I had some compression, I think. Yeah, some compression. And I'm just gonna show you the sample for now. Now that sample kind of has tropical vibes and everything, but that's the beauty of music, that you can turn something that sounds completely different from what you want to do and turn it into what you want to do, and that's the creativity. I just use this sample as an intro and for the hook, but the real piano comes is this one. This is the real deal here. This is the what we're gonna repeat for the whole beat. Now we can see that we have some chords, you know, and that's important for R&B trap type beats. Just, play some chords so that the singer, um, you know, so that the singer be like the main artist, like the main center of attraction with these beats. Let me just play you this piece, this composition that I made. You can see it's kind of luscious and kind of dreamy, you know. Um, when it comes into the verse, I guess that this is the verse. I just left the chords and I layered them with these other chords. Okay, so first let's put the layer first, and then I'll put the original pianos. So crazy. I love that. Let's put the other piano. Guys, that's practically it for the melodies in an R&B trap type beat. Obviously, later on here when the hook comes in, this is the how I made the hook. I put the sample. I took out those pads that are doing that swirly sound, and I put a little flute that I found on Serum, and I'm just gonna play you the melodies for that hook part. It's dreamy, man. Like you're just driving around thinking about life, thinking about the night sky and the stars, and when are you gonna be a star? Guys, I went really simple with this one, um, and I thought it was a great example to show you guys what an R&B trap type beat could be. So those are the melodies you saw. I have no guitars on this one, but definitely a nice little plug guitars or some guitar licks would go really, really well with this beat. The thing about this beat is that it tells a story. So you need a singer to actually give you some ideas so that you can arrange the song over what the singer does, right? So we got the melodies down. Let's move on to the drums, which bring out the trap in this genre. Okay, so I used for these purposes I used a sequencer. I used my step sequencer here. I got these sounds. So I got some Ocean. All these are by Ocean. Ocean, the producer. Hey, shout out to Ocean for these sounds. I use them in this production right here. So I'm just gonna play the drums so you can get a feel of it. So they are more on the fast side, but when it comes to R&B trap, you don't have to have all those hi hats in eighth notes, um, or I think it's 16 notes in this particular moment. Now let's talk about this bass. Let's play the bass here without the drums. when we talk about R&B type beats, R&B trap type beats, we talk about the gliding 808s. Now, this sound of 808 is good. Just gotta add some gliding elements to it, okay? Let's play the beat from here again. Just this last part so you guys can get a feel of it. Yeah. So you can see, guys, this beat is perfectly for a nice chill drive through the city at night, or through the beach coast or whatever. Or if you just want to talk about having a great time with a friend, this is a perfect beat for that storytelling, all right? So yeah, guys, this is the end of this video. I really hope that you learned something and that you like this video. Don't forget, your boy Dillian Mode here. Follow me on Instagram and subscribe and like this video and subscribe to this channel. So I want you guys to leave in the comments below which of these genres do you like best. What other pointers can you give me, okay? And don't forget to hit that bell button so that you don't miss whenever I go live or I put a new video. I'm going live every Wednesday, but this Wednesday is Christmas, so I'll be live in the morning, not at night, all right? So guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!